Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about common mistakes people make in their 20s. Your 20s can be one of the most important and defining decades of your life. You can do it right and set yourself up for amazing success later in life, or you could screw it up and set yourself back by years. They're definitely an interesting and complicated time of life with many potential pitfalls. It's our first experience as adults just being thrown out into the real world. Since everything is new, mistakes are super common. I'm in my late 20s and I've made a lot of mistakes and also seen a lot of people make a lot of mistakes. Without wasting time, let's get right into it with 6 common mistakes I see people make in their 20s. Also, please enjoy this complimentary nuke gameplay on my favorite, MW2. First mistake people make in their 20s, getting a bad college degree. In America, college is very expensive, often running into the tens of thousands of dollars. You need to approach this strategically. After the cost of college, what will you be making after graduating? Do you need additional education? Could you get the same job without a degree or by going to a community college or trade school? You need to be asking yourself these questions. In my journey, I switched away from a chemistry degree because I recognized I'd probably need to go to school longer to have a shot at making more money. And I simply didn't want to do that. I didn't like studying. You have to think about this stuff and not just blindly jump into a degree without thinking about what happens after. If your goal is to make money, stick to STEM, science, tech, engineering, math, business, or a medical or specialized law degree. I would be very careful of liberal arts degrees that don't teach you a tangible skill that you can use in the real world, as these can be expensive degrees without much of a salary on the other end. Student debt is a huge burden, and we should be more skeptical of college than before. Many people spend their lifetimes paying this debt off, and I don't want you to be one of those people. So, choose a degree with a good financial payoff. Also, don't be pressured. Don't feel pressured to go to a normal college. There's plenty of viable options like community college or trade school, and they can be great alternatives to be making good money on the other end as well. College is not for everyone. Second mistake people make in their 20s, making life too expensive. This means buying too many things and making your lifestyle just cost too much. This can mean expensive cars. It can mean buying a house, paying too much on rent, buying fancy clothes, and many other things. I've seen this happen many times. Once you graduate and people get their first stable income, many people go out and buy a $30,000 car, a $1,600 a month rent payment, and a bunch of nice clothes. And I did the opposite of this habit. So this habit works for some people, but not for me. For me, the things that make me happy are the things money can't buy. I bought a car for just about $4,000, and I never let my rent got too high, and I've also lived with my parents for many years, and that's allowed me to save a lot of money. Due to this choice, I'm much more financially free now than I've ever been. Many friends who bought into this expensive lifestyle now find themselves with low savings and investments and a lot higher stress. Keeping costs low while you can set you forward by years financially. Don't fall for this trap. Don't be afraid to have fun, but be cheap in areas where it doesn't matter. Number 3 mistake that people make, dating without intention. So when I was in college, I dated a girl for 3 years. I'd say about halfway into the relationship, I simply knew she wouldn't be the girl I'd end up marrying. So why'd I stay with her? Not sure, but it was a combo of it being COVID during the time, being comfortable, and just hoping that they would change. Looking back, I shouldn't have stayed with her that long, and both of us could have grown more and been much happier if we separated earlier. I see this happen a lot. People in their early 20s like to participate in hookup culture or have relationships with people who they have no serious long-term plans with. And don't even get me started on situationships. Being with a girl just because of her looks is not a great long-term solution and is a waste of time. I think people in their lives derive great meaning from finding the right person and eventually starting a family, so why do people waste so much time in their 20s fooling around? Shallow dating just doesn't get you anywhere. Use your 20s to discover what you want in a partner and to meet new people. If you're lucky, you might just find that special someone. Number 4, not taking risk while you can. Most people earlier in their 20s have virtually no responsibilities. No mortgage, no wife, no kids, no major expenses. People hopefully are healthy. Because of this is the best time to spend that summer in another country or to go start that business after college, go backpacking in Europe. You have the rest of your life to play it safe. A few of my friends already have a wife and kids in their mid-20s, and they can no longer take these risks because now they have to support everyone. You're no longer just supporting yourself. They need stability and likely need a job once you get to this point in life. So take risks during the times of low responsibility. After all, it could be the easiest time of your life to achieve your dreams. Number 5, develop your skills. In your 20s, people kind of expect you to be an idiot. I call it the idiot pass. You're kind of new to everything, and people expect less from you than someone who's in their 30s or 40s or beyond. Use this to kind of be curious and learn about skills that make you money in the future. Engineering, coding, design, editing, public speaking, fixing things around the house, there's really no limits. I, personally, am an idiot. But because I can write silly little computer code for companies, I've managed to stay very employable for the last 6 years. You'd rather be a useful 40-year-old than a useless one. And 6th and final mistake that people make in their 20s, partying too much. For many, your 20s are filled with going to bars, getting drunk or high, and living life to the fullest on the weekend. This is fun for some time, but it gets old quickly. I participated a lot in party culture in my early 20s, and I think it was definitely excessive at times. I feel like my quality of life is much better since I've started doing it more in moderation. Everybody knows this. Going out like that is really bad for you. Physically, your hangovers are much worse with age. Mentally, there's just so much more anxiety that something you might have said or did, or even the prospect of having to work on Monday is just a huge deterrent. And then financially, going out is very expensive, and drinks, even a single drink, usually costs $10 or above in a city. And I just feel like party overall, especially later in your 20s, is more of a waste of time, and it's kind of delaying yourself and finding your purpose. If getting drunk's the only thing you look forward to in your life on the weekends, that's a sign something needs to change. You need to go out and explore things. Well, there you have it. 6 common pitfalls for those in their 20s. Everyone's different, and these are just my opinions based on what I've seen. These tiny decisions you can make can really make a big difference and set yourself up for success in your 30s, 40s, and beyond. I hope you found this useful. Please like and subscribe if you like discussions like this. Let me know what you think, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.